This video is brought to you in part by Zeal Sound and viewers like you. Thank you.
Yo, Speedy, clip this one.
Yo, what is the word? What is the word? What is the word? Speedy in the building, back in the building, back in the back of the back of the building. Another episode of that young nigga plays. You know what I'm saying? Today we gonna be hopping on some Shadows of Evil. I'm saying it's been a little while. I just wanna see what that's like in 2025. You know what I'm saying? Probably just gonna go through all the maps if we can get a match, public match. There's a reason why I'm playing public matches too. Alright, so first things first, I forgot that the game actually was glitching out. I don't know if it's the servers or if it's because of the Wi-Fi, but yeah, it don't kick me out of a lobby and everything. Anyways, now let's fast forward to round one. Alright, now for some reason, Shadows of Evil always felt like a whodunit thing, and nobody really figured out what the story of Shadows of Evil actually is. I mean, it's like there is a story, there's a main quest, there's an Easter egg, main Easter egg, side Easter egg. There's a lot of visual storytelling, environmental storytelling, and nobody really like put these things together in a timeline as far as how it would pertain to the story. You know what I'm saying? So like even with the intro, as far as like who does what, and then like the telephone calls, or even when it comes to the Apothecon servant, like the Wonder Weapon, I believe it changes names depending on what you're in. So there are certain things in the code that does affect the gameplay, but then as far as just what's baked into the game and how the map is, I feel like there's just so many things that were overlooked. Shadows of Evil also felt like a bit of a competition. You know, like it doesn't seem like we're supposed to be working together. It's like we're all supposed to be figuring out our own stories. I think that's like the biggest thing. Like imagine the full story of each and every character, from prior to Shadows of Evil to during the events of Shadows of Evil to after it ends, and imagine like what their significance is to the actual story. You know, are they parallels of a group of people that we already played as, or was this like part of the main story? You know, like there's a lot of different like elements as far as on paper, but I mean like in reality, if you were to put into an entire timeline, it's like how did this affect every other timeline? And then Rick Tolfin is even part of this, so you know, could this four be like the four unnamed Marines from Nocturne Toten? You know what I'm saying? Like this map has so many secrets and everything that we just never found out. Even when it comes to like looking through the windows, they just look different. They have different locations, different storytelling. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I mentioned it. I probably didn't mention it. One of the people that I'm running with, I think the dude is the boxer. Yeah, I don't like him. I opened up Waterfront, and then he want to steal my 100 points or my loose change from the jug machine. I ain't like that. I'm not too appreciative of this, and that's what I meant by like it seemed like it's a competition. In the game, it seems like we don't like each other, and then just the way that we play and how it plays out. I mean, like there's so many elements to this game, so many layers to this map specifically, from the experience to the way it looks and everything. It just, I don't know, man. I feel like there should be way more theories about this map specifically. So much more deserved to have been broken down in this map. Dude trying to do all these rituals, but you know what I mean, I guess his beast mode ran out. He ain't have enough time. Even though I opened up Waterfront, dude ain't want to do that. All right, and he over here trying to save zombies. Yeah, no, we ain't doing that. We passing these rounds. We want to get these points. I know we don't get points, but like, what about this? Why are we able to eat zombies? You know what I'm saying? Like, they already ignore us, but is there a way to like, are there soul boxes or something? I don't know. Like, it could be unmarked. I mean, I don't know, man. Like, it doesn't have to. When it comes to the data miners, they specifically look for keywords, and then all of their fans that think they know anything, they just listen to data miners. Like, there could just be 12 data miners, and then everybody else is just listening to them. And then the things that data miners look for probably is what everybody else is looking for. And if you don't think that Jason Blundell is smart enough to just label things differently as far as like the staff, you don't think they're smart enough to, you know, deter people or just rename things that might seem like it has nothing to do with anything, but it's just labeled differently. I don't know, man. Y'all ain't really that smart is what I'm saying. I said I don't like dudes, so yeah, we're gonna steal killers. We're gonna do all kinds of stuff. You know, obviously I'm messing up his train and all that. It's all for a purpose. After he activated this, I made sure to go turn this thing on, and I know a Margot was going to spawn, so I had to hurry and find the button. Yep, we in black and white mode now, and I'm not gonna lie, I like noir mode because, you know, one, the nostalgic feeling, and then two, the game does visually look different. And you'll see, I guess, later on in the video when we head to certain areas. I don't know, man. Like, again, like I said about the environmental storytelling and whatnot, it doesn't have to be in the code. There's so many different filters and whatnot. The game looks different. Like, this is like the most beautiful map of all time. This probably is like the most detailed zombies map in the history of zombies. I mean, how often do you look over into the water? Just think about it. Just think about everything that's there, all the signs and everything that you just don't pay attention to. Just think about it. Dude went down. Playing Black Ops 6 turned me into a toxic human being. Look at this. Let's just watch this man die. He really thinks I'm gonna revive him. Nope. Oh, he's down. He got the ray gun. Help me, revive me. I got the way gun. Well, just like Mr. T Lexify, you're gonna die with the way gun. I'm sorry to see you perish. No, I'm not. You done stole my points. All kind of stuff. Made that dude quit. Good thing he wasn't host. Alright, so, you know what I'm saying? They got all three of the shield parts. It's actually what I was trying to go collect. I think I actually picked up the last part just now. But, my teammates ain't really deserve this, but I'm finna make this joint right here. Yeah. Eagle shield. Right under the eagle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it might not mean anything. Oh, and he got the little marble piece, man. I'm about to go build the marble joint. Watch this. But no, hold on. Let me show you, man. Got the eagle joint next to the eagle. And I mean, like, the what's it called? This looks a little bit more fitting, right? Like, if it looks like it's in the 60s or the 50s or the 40s, saying it should be in black and white, right? Why would you not play the game in black and white if this is the way it is meant to be? Look. Does this sign mean anything to y'all? After the ball game, your next stop, Blazing Starlight Theater. And it's funny because there is actually a ball game in this map. As you can see, the meatballs. Now there's the capture the flag mini game. So who's to say that either during or after the Easter egg, there aren't side Easter eggs to be done? You know, again, it could be hidden in the code, or it could just be unused assets. Do you really think that 100% of the content that was made for this game or for this map specifically is being used? And then who's to say that it's not canon just because it's not being used or it hasn't been triggered? Nobody knows how to turn off noir mode, although there are triggers in the code that, you know, would lead you to believe that you can cut off noir mode, especially if it's programmed. Just because it hasn't been triggered or it hasn't been used yet doesn't necessarily mean that it's not in the game. And that was clutch because I was not paying attention, as you can see. So shout out to the keepers. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the keepers. Probably should have did more, like activating the song. I don't think I've ever activated the little worm, the gate worm song. I don't think I've ever upgraded Lil Arnie's. I don't think I've ever did the trip mine upgrade, but I don't think you can even do the trip mine upgrade while this is active. So maybe all of those side Easter eggs have to be done in the war mode. You know, it would make sense for the song to be done in black and white. Like, I haven't done any of that. I don't think anybody plays the game in the war mode anyways. So if I could find 3 people that would help me, you know, play the entire game in the war mode, like round 1, or just do the round 15 skip from round 1 to round 15, who's to say that's not the beginning of an Easter egg? If round is skipped from 1 to 15 or 1, 5, 15, you know what I'm saying, then this could be the circumstances. And then if the war mode is activated while da 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 da, or it could be a time thing, like you get to round 15 and under a certain amount of time, then it could trigger something that is circumstantial for the entire match. You know what I'm saying, who's to say that that's not a thing? Who's to say that you don't have to do a glitch to trip the code into believing something? You know what I'm saying, that could be a thing too. Another thing that I would like to mention is that this game, this map specifically, has never been dug into completely. There are a lot of different theories that just go untested because, the impossible Easter egg overshadows so much that if people don't believe that, well, for one, people couldn't even determine or decipher what multiple arenas meant. Then people think that KM44 was a key, but it's not a key, and it's like, it's a clue. If you know about the impossible 4D chess game, then the KM44 is supposed to be a clue that is near the key. You set a marker near the key that you use, which means that the key could be the clue to help you solve either an unsolved cipher or something, anything. You look at this, and then this, just looking at it, because you know prior events in the zombies timeline, it would answer a question for you. This is also another reason why I like playing in the war mode. Look at how different things look. Hopefully if I look back down over the ledge, it's like I finally am able to actually see the city. You know what I'm saying? I took it down, but it is what it is. I'm more interested in looking over the ledge, because they said that Morgue City is a city above a city. So it's like, what is this city below Morgue City? You know what I'm saying? Like, how significant is the bottom part? And then the eagle heads. Why would the eagle heads be there? You know what I'm saying? I think the eagle heads could be like another key, another clue. Like, there's also 4 gate worms. Could there be a connection between the gate worms and the eagle heads, or could the eagle heads just be, outside of the picture? So it's like, okay, this is a thing. The eagle heads are shining, and it's like, hey, these are clues right here. Look at the great war. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be things that, like, we already solved, but we didn't know that there were a connection. And if we were to understand the connection, there's a possibility that we would just understand. That's what I'm saying. Like, to be able to understand what was going through the developers' minds, or what ideas we had, so that we could, decipher the game itself, instead of just the map, looking at it on the surface level, or looking at it as if we're just Call of Duty fans. I want to look at it as if we were actually in the game. How do we affect that? Our players, our characters, and all that. How do we affect that? This was a clutch move. You know what I'm saying? I took it down, had to travel with the widow's wine. She ain't get my grenades. Let me get the knife. Yeah, what you know about that? Extra grenades, yeah. Could this be like the above ground? And like, I understand there's supposed to be like extra rooms and all kind of stuff, but if you can compare this to the above ground skyscrapers, could you put this somewhere above ground? And then it's like, could you go down in the cameras and whatnot? Because without in the war mode, all of that is like red, like fire, flames, and whatever. But in the war mode, it looks less detailed, so that you can like make out more of what's actually there. This was fire, but I thought it was gonna blow the the head off, and it didn't. Pause. Right, I was clutch enough to get the pack in, but then I went down because I had to reload. Yeah, this is where it all starts to fall apart. I was never really prepared. I was looking at a lot of different things, just thinking about a lot of different things. I don't even think I spoke about the sparks. For some odd reason, sparks have always been in every single Call of Duty Zombies. Not like every map, but like, it seems to be that there's a lot of different instances where there are sparks, so I probably should have pointed that out. But like in the windows, and then also like where the Starlight Theater is, like the Starlight Theater sign, the entrance sign, there's a spark on the side right across from the statue where you put your egg, or your ovum or whatever. Anyways, fast forward again because they got the piece for this, and I was gonna let him, you know what I'm saying, get the wonder weapon, but he ain't build it, so don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I diggity do. You know what I'm saying? Now look at the name of it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the name of this wonder weapon does change, not just on this map, but like throughout the game. You know what I'm saying? I think on Revelations it's called the Pathicon Servant, but I think that could also just be a clue to who the Pathicon Servant is, and these names could be a translation for who it actually is. Now, the Pathicon Servant is either going to be, what's the name? Is Zykov? Is that his name? Either Zykov or whoever his servant is. Like, cause remember, Zykov was the one who was abducted into the ether, right? So he could be the representation of the Apothicon, the Iron Eagle, or whatever. And if he's the Apothicon, then whoever his servant is, which is the person on the outside, it would be somebody on the exterior helping the keepers and the Apothicons on the interior, so that, you know, it could help. So the name could be whoever, could be a translation of whoever activates it. You know, there's only 4 people who are the beast, but at the same time, the Apothicon Servant name changes possibly because you don't have the mark of the beast. Do the original 4 have the mark of the beast, regardless if they're what fracture they're in? Are they cursed too? Is that why they can also use the Apothicon Servant? I'm not really sure about how any of this stuff works because it's not necessarily explained, and that's actually what I'm interested in. I didn't do any of the side Easter eggs. I don't even think I picked up any of the fuses or whatever, but you know, I just wanted to get some footage, have some nice runs, see what Shadow's Eve on 2025 is like, you know. Just wanted to see some things. You know, this map will always intrigue me forever. And I most definitely should have reloaded, and because I didn't, I went down. That's gonna be that, and I appreciate everybody for tapping in. I'm gonna catch you on the flip. Speedy out.